piece is really about forests and woodlands and trees and everything sort of associated with that. I grew up in a forest. It's quite a sort of magical place to me. This piece is my Horn Concerto, which was written for Ben Goldscheider. If ever there was an instrument associated with the forest, it would be the horn, back to those kind of early days when the horn was used to alert the hunt. The first movement is called Understory, and that pertains to life on the forest floor, so twigs and mud and brambles and little scurrying creatures. The opening is very reminiscent of Rheingold, with these E-flat major arpeggios in the horns, but it's far more sort of murky and muddy. It starts very low, very bottom of the horn register, double basses, and sort of gradually snakes its way up through the orchestra. The second movement is called Overstory, which is all about life in the canopy, so it's much more expansive, lyrical, and floaty. It starts with these sort of falling, like leaf-like patterns on high woodwind and strings, and has a fantastic climax in the middle, which features the four horns of the orchestra and the solo horn. And then the last movement is called Mycelium Rondo, which is a bit cheeky, a bit of a joke, but mycelium is essentially this network of underground fungal webs that link trees together. It's how they communicate. So if one tree in one part of the forest is ill, they can alert the rest of the trees and they can send them nutrients through this mycelium. There's also a lot of sort of nods to old types of horn concertos. So the piece ends with a rondo, which is very reminiscent of Mozart, and it starts in the key of E-flat, which is also sort of a nod to Strauss, most of the Mozart horn concertos. It's certainly a challenging piece for the soloist. He has a lot to do, and it's all very tricky, sort of at the very edge of what a horn can do, I think. But Ben Goldscheider, he's just such an amazing musician and can pretty much do anything you put in front of him. It's a piece very close to my heart. I used to be a horn player once upon a time, and this is the first time I've ever written anything for my instrument. So it's quite a labour of love, this piece.